All right, so a lot of you have been asking me, what tool do I use to get my listing leads from? And so that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to share with you the tool I use to get all of my listing leads, and then I'll give you a little behind the scenes look into the platform that I use. All right, so when we're talking about listing leads specifically, here's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your sphere of influence. I'm not talking about your past clients. I'm not talking about your database. I'm not talking about those. I am talking about the homeowners in which have the highest likelihood to list and sell their home this year. And so, from a listing leads perspective, where in the world would you want to get those? All right. Now, there are different types of platforms out there. I have tried them all. And by far, we have had the best success with a company called Vulcan 7. Now, some of you have heard of that. Some of you have not. I'm going to share my screen in a second and show you why we love that platform and the different types of leads that you can get from this platform. Now, I'll put a link right in the description for those of you that want to get onto this platform because you want to start scaling your listing-based business. All right, so let me show you what this thing looks like. All right, so I'm logged into the system right now, and the first thing that I'm going to walk you through is the different types of tools that it has. All right, part of the reason why I make this recommendation for agents that I coach to use this platform, not only just to get their listing leads from them, but also you can use this tool to run pretty much your entire business from this platform. There's no need to go out there and get a CRM. There's no need to go out there and get another email provider. This has all of those tools built inside of the platform. All right. So I'll walk you through this. So when I click on tools, this gives you an overview of everything this platform has to offer. So it has the activity tracker, which is really, really important. I talk about this all the time on the channel, the importance of tracking your prospecting efforts. This system will help to track all of that for you. So after you're done with your prospecting session, it will tell you, hey, here's how long you prospected. Here's how many conversations you had. Here's how many appointments you set, et cetera, et cetera. The next thing is your email campaigns. So as you're building your database and as you're getting more and more email addresses from your prospecting efforts, you can design email campaigns to go out automatically. So as an example, one of the things that I talk to the agents that I coach about all the time is as you start to generate opportunities from, let's just say, expired listings or for sale by owner contacts, you can throw them into a for sale by owner listing lead email campaign. You can build out a campaign that goes out automatically. Let's just say there's 15 emails in that automation. You can send these emails automatically over the course of, let's just say, 15 weeks to the for sale by owner with all the different types of for sale by owner messaging that would help you to set a listing appointment. All right, so there's email templates out there that you can use. Inbound, all right, I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But inbound is essentially Vulcan 7 is going to provide you with the actual phone numbers to use for your prospecting efforts. And I'll talk about the reasons and why that's important in just a second. So we'll talk about Vulcan 7 numbers in a minute as well. All right, next thing is the business tracker. All right. So as you, at the end of your prospecting session, like I mentioned before, it will say, hey, here's how you did in this session. Well, you can also track your entire business with inside of the platform. You can look at how many days prospected, hours prospected, conversations or contacts, listing appointments, listings taken, number of deals closed, buyer sales, listings sold, and paid income. You can track that entire thing right inside the Vulcan 7 platform. Now, the other thing is the neighborhood search, which will allow you to do some what I call demographic prospecting, which I will show you what that means in just a second, which is a super, super powerful tool. Phone scripts. So you're going to get my scripts. When you sign up for this platform on the home screen, you'll see here, you're going to, when you use my affiliate link, you will gain access to my script book. So all the different sales trainings that I've been doing on the channel here for the last couple of weeks, you'll get access to that script book right here on the platform as well. All right. Storyteller is their video email technology. So the whole need to get a different tool to send out video emails, you don't need to do that anymore. You can do that right through the Vulcan 7 platform. The task list, so that you can treat this like your entire CRM. You can manage everything from there. You can send out your mailers right from here. You can do all of this right inside of the platform. All right. So let me show you the inbound. If you are prospecting over the phone and you understand the importance of that, you then understand how important it is to whitelist your numbers so that your prospecting phone number does not show up as spam likely, which is probably crushing your contact rate if you have not done this before. Now, here's the great thing. Not only is Vulcan 7 going to do that for you, they're going to actually give you the phone numbers as well. So they have relationships with these phone carriers. They're going to not only provide the number, they're going to vet the number, they'll whitelist the number, ensuring that your contact rates go up. It's the name of the game. You can't get anybody on the phone. It's going to be pretty tough to set appointments and take listings. All right, so that's a high-level overview of the tools. Now, let me, in addition to you getting your for sale by owner leads through this platform, you getting your expired listing leads through this platform, you getting your withdrawn and canceled leads through this platform, which is the low-hanging fruit in our industry. You also are going to get access to their neighborhood search tool. So let me show this to you and how powerful this is. So if I click on neighborhood search and I start a new search, this is why I love this platform so much. All right. So over to the right, you could search anywhere in your market to get these types of listing leads. I've been talking about the power of absentee owner leads. These are property owners that are that have homes or have property that is not their primary residence. So it might be a rental home, might be a property they've inherited, maybe a second home, maybe a vacation home. You literally can select an area. You literally can just draw any area that you want in whatever market that you're in, right? Draw a little radius like you would do maybe in your MLS, and you just click a button. You could just say, I just want all the absentee owners or all the non-owner occupied. This platform will give you all those leads. You could say, I want all the leads in this market that are likely to list. You could say, I want all the property owners in here that don't have a mortgage or free and clear. We would call some of those our downsizers or empty nesters, people that we know the kids have moved out of the home, so the likelihood for them to sell is very high. Notice of default, high equity sellers. These are all opportunities for you to build a list of seller leads with little to no competition. This is what I call demographic prospecting rather. This is like farming on steroids, because all of you have probably at some point heard about geographic farming, where you pick an area and you mass market to that area. Well, that's fine. If you do enough of anything, maybe you get some opportunities. But this is getting really, really specific. This is you going into a specific area and saying, okay, I'm going to spend my time, energy, effort going after homeowners who have the highest likelihood to do something. These are people with high equity. These are people, these are the downsizers that I talk about all the time on the channel. These are the empty nesters. These are the people that have high equity in their home. Maybe they've been there for a very, very long time. Longer in their home, higher likelihood to sell. These are the absentee owners. And it's all right here in one place. If you've been in real estate for any length of time, you know how frustrating it is to have all these multiple different platforms. And so Vulcan 7 allows you to get all of your listing leads, to do all of your prospecting and your listing lead generation all in one place. Now, again, there are multiple systems out there. I've tried most of them. We're having great results with this. When I say results, here's what I'm talking about. Here's the thing that these lead providers, here's like the difference, okay? The difference is in the quality of the data. That is what they control. They can't control if you prospect or not. They can't control your sales skills and how good you are at setting appointments. They can't control whether that appointment sticks or not. They can't control if the listing sells or not because you're listing the property. They can't control any of that. What they control is what we call the top of our lead generation funnel. That is data integrity. Because if we can't get anybody on the phone, you can't get a hold of anybody, you can't generate any leads, You can't set any appointments. You can't go on any appointments. You can't take any listings, right? So when we tested this, when we looked at Vulcan 7 and all the rest of all the other companies, they were the clear winner. In some markets across the country, double-digit contact rates over any of the other platforms out there. You talk to twice as many people, get a lot less wrong numbers, have a whitelisted number, making sure that you do talk to enough people. You're bound to set more appointments. You're bound to get more leads. And as you're building your skill set, it is going to be vitally critical for your confidence, for your mindset, to actually talk to the right person in which you're calling. There's nothing more frustrating than spend 2-3 hours doing what you're supposed to do, which is picking up this phone, which sometimes weighs 10,000 pounds. I get it. Make the calls and not talk to anybody. Or worse yet, make the calls and get a bunch of bad numbers or a bunch of voicemails or a bunch of wrong numbers or a bunch of disconnected numbers. There's nothing more frustrating than that. So my recommendation, again, it's what I recommend to all the agents that I coach for all the reasons I gave you. Again, there's a link right in the description. So many of you have been asking, where do I get these contacts? Where do I get listing leads? Where do I get seller leads? Where do I get homeowner information? Where do I get for sale by owner leads? Where do I get expired listing leads from? Where do I get absentee owner leads from? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now you know where it is that I get these leads from. And so it's up to you to take action.